while they were shooting, they called me up and they said, we need your photographs. I said, I will send you my photographs. Can I come as well? And they said, no, you're dead.
That's
People
sad.
don't come back. People don't
It is
come
not
back from the
really.
dead. Vikram is writing a suitable girl at the moment, and uh, and I don't know when that is going to come out, but it's still under production, as they say.
अच्छा चलो अभी बात करते हैं आर्या की. आर्या को अभी रिसेंटली 1 साल पूरा हुआ है एंड आई थिंक कपल ऑफ इयर्स इन एक्टिंग यू हैव बीन रॉकिंग द स्टेज. आई थिंक यू डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ परफॉर्मेंस ओरिएंटेड रोल्स. सो बात करें अभी पिछले कुछ सालों की, तो व्हाट इज योर फेवरेट कैरेक्टर दैट यू हैव प्लेड ऑन स्क्रीन एंड व्हाट्स योर फेवरेट सीन of a web show or any show that you have played?
I think people have really liked Aarya, as you
I
mentioned,
loved
and
it.
it's going to be one. I think it's going to be 1 year. I think 20th June was the date when it had come out last year, um, and I really enjoyed playing that character. Not only because it was something which I hadn't played earlier, and no one had seen me in that light. I mean, that is one of the things which I really liked about it. The fact that I was challenged in that sense. But what I really liked about the whole uh, the process, I really loved the process of Arya because Ram Madhvani has a very unique way of making things, and through that process, I found Jawahar. And I think the scene where and I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it, obviously, but I think there is one scene in the second last episode or the last episode where there is like a huge reveal, and it's a conversation between me and Maya Sarao, who's playing my wife.
Yeah.
I thought, I really felt like the camera did not exist, and
Okay.
and I was almost, it was almost as if I was possessed. There was
Wow.
something, there was like an external energy which was sort of, pushing me towards, towards being totally helpless and
Such
yet
dedication.
doing something so wrong. Yeah, and yet doing something so wrong. And the beauty about that process is that they write a scene, okay? And the moment the scene is presented to the actor before they shoot it, the director immediately tells you that forget the scene now, you have a situation and you just play it for us. Go off the paper, go off the dialogue, think in terms of how this person would be in this situation. And that, I feel, truly throws the actor, uh, it makes it very real and makes it so real for you because you're not bound by memorizing lines, you're not bound by movement, you're not bound by the typical industrial way of functioning. You know that you can move your hands anyway, and the camera is going to capture something and they're going to make something out of it. And the moment all of that sort of, goes out of the way, the subconscious relaxes and you just become that person because you are in that situation, right?
So do you think this liberty has come because of emergence of OTT, or was it like same before as well? The liberty of actually doing what, like getting into the scene without caring about the camera.
I think it's a lot to do with, I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. Uh, Cinema, entertainment, and the shows that we are seeing on our platforms are all coming of age now. If you compare it to what was happening in the 90s or like the early 2000 as well, uh, we are looking at reality,
Right.
and it's reality in the real sense, right? Not the reality that is sort of fake and is sort of in people's minds.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I think, is because of a lot of mature filmmakers, a lot of content which is being churned out on the OTT, which answers your question.
Yeah.
Yes, it's because of these OTT platforms where you are getting ample opportunities. Writers are getting ample opportunities to experiment.
Hmm.
Directors are getting ample opportunities to make stuff which they wouldn't have been able to make if they were only limiting themselves to the film format. Uh, so it's a mixture of a lot of things, and I feel that it's very the atmosphere right now is very exciting. It's potent. It's really
Creative.
energizing. It's yeah, and you have an idea, you just put it out there,
Right.
and it doesn't need anyone to back you at this point of time, right? You have for example, even social media, because social media is also entertainment essentially. And I'm giving the example of Instagram or any other thing that exists out there. You've always wanted to write, just start writing your blogs on Instagram, and yeah, people will sort of follow you and comment on it, and there are so many things which are coming together at this point of time. So it's vibrant, and I'm
Right.
so excited that I am right now in the middle of it.
ओके अच्छा हम बात कर रहे थे आर्या में आपके कैरेक्टर की सो वाज देयर एनी इंस्पिरेशन फॉर यू टू प्ले अ सर्टेन कैरेक्टर बिकॉज इफ यू आस्क मी व्हेन आई वॉच द कैरेक्टर ऑन स्क्रीन द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट केम इनटू माय हेड वाज जेसी पिंकमैन फ्रॉम द ब्रेकिंग बैड एंड आई वाज लाइक ओ माय गॉड दिस गाय गिविंग मी दैट वाइब्स so was there any inspiration for you or you created it by yourself?
No, I haven't seen Breaking Bad.
Okay.
I don't see that many shows. My wife is the one who's really addicted uh, to shows, and she needs to be watching something
Okay.
at any given point of time. It was totally. I mean, I didn't even see the show that Aarya was actually inspired from.
Okay.
I wanted it to be my interpretation. I
Okay.
wanted it to be a world that I enter in and become that
Yeah.
person.
Right. Fair enough.
So you must have seen some. I think it's completely coincidence.
Okay. Okay. With now the season 2 is coming, we're surely going to miss you in the season 2. I hope there was some flashes कि आपका character तो actually अब नहीं है life में, but कोई flashes होते कि आपका कुछ
I
So any
I really wish. While they were shooting, they called me up and they said, we need your photographs. I said, I will send you my photographs. Can I come as well? And they said, no, you're dead.
that's
People
sad.
don't come back. People don't come back from the dead.
This is not a daily story.
I didn't want to say that. You said it.
It's okay. I can say that. Yeah, but I still feel कि कुछ तो flashbacks दिखाते हैं जिसमें आपका रोल आ जाता. But anyhow, do you have any update on the series sequel कि कब आ रहा है, क्या scene है, क्या कुछ update है आपके पास?
I don't know actually. I have been in touch with the team on and off, but I really have no idea how the schedules are working. But I know they started shooting in March, and they halted the shoot when we all went into the second lockdown. But I'm sure they'll start now because things are opening up.
ओके एंड मैंने आपसे ये क्वेश्चन इसलिए पूछा था कि आपका फेवरेट सीन क्या है बिकॉज मुझे आपको आपका फेवरेट सीन बताना था तो हमारी कॉन्वर्जेशन इतनी आगे बढ़ गई वो पीछे रह गया बट आई जस्ट टेक अ मोमेंट टू टेल यू दैट इन सुटेबल बॉय आई हैव सीन जब लास्ट सीन में आपके पास तान्या आती है ट्रेन में एंड शी टेल्स यू दैट शी इज रेडी टू गेट मैरिड टू यू एंड एक जो स्पार्क आता है आपके फेस पे टू जस्ट हियर दैट सेंटेंस आई थिंक that's epitome of a perfect acting to me because it is just so natural and pure. We have seen Harish का पूरा character development and last में जब तान्या finally आपको वो बोलती है and your face is like it just completely changes into a light room or something. So that particular thing is my favorite in the whole series.
Thank you. What more can I say? I mean, I'm really blessed to be blessed to have done that character, and I'm extremely thankful to the universe and Meera Nair and all the lovely people who were involved in that project, Vikram Seth included. To think that uh, I could be Haresh Khanna. Because interestingly, Haresh Khanna, I don't know whether you've read the book and
I haven't.
how much of the backstory you know about that. Harish Khanna was actually originally modeled after Vikram Seth's father.
Oh,
And yeah, and this love story or this whole process of how Lata finds a suitable boy. So that part of the story is the story of his mother and father.
oh,
So when I read the book and when I tested for it, when I got selected, Mira said that you need to go back and you need to read up on how
to get the
Vikram's father
backstory.
was. Yeah, and I feel so privileged. I feel so happy that I think, and I have never met Vikram's father, but I think a part of me uh, it just surrendered to his soul, to his, and he's still alive. He's very much alive. He lives in Noida, and
Has he
I've never
seen it?
met him.
Has he seen the show and given you any compliment?
I think he was shown some episodes, and Aradhana Seth, who's Vikram's sister, also the producer on this show, did say that Uncle really liked me,
Wow.
and they all said that the family said that uh, I reminded them of their father. I think yes, the last scene is obviously very beautifully written and very beautifully picturized, and there are some beautiful moments. But I think for me, when Aradhana came to me and she said that your character is the closest to us because you are playing essentially. I hope you're playing our dad, and for me, I think that was really big. So yeah, I mean, man, it's just this is just
Is there any
it's a beautiful.
possibility? Is there any possibility of a season two? Because people were actually, wanting to know more about Harish and Lata, what's going to happen in their life further. So, do you have any scope of that, or you guys are just done?
I think it's a limited series because Suitable Boy ends when Lata finds the suitable boy, right?
Hmm.
Vikram is writing a suitable girl at the moment,
Okay.
and I don't know when that is going to come out, but it's still under production, as they say. So
Okay.
I don't
But
know.
that
Maybe after it comes out, we have something which he would want to
is it a tease?
see in vision. I don't know. I really don't know about it, but I just know that he's writing a suitable girl, and he's
Okay.
been writing it for a very long time.
Okay. With that, lastly, what are your future projects? What are you gonna do next, and where we can see you more?
Well, there are a lot of projects which are right now, which I was part of, and which were under construction since the last lockdown had eased. But all of them have come to a halt. All of them have come to a break because of what what the country had to go through during the second wave. But now things are opening up, so we are getting back to shooting. There's obviously Tuna, which was announced yesterday. Tuna is a show for Netflix. Then there is another show uh, for Applause, which I'm doing, which is called Donali, which is very exciting, which is about the 1960s jumble, and it's all sorts of crazy things
Again,
happen in
traveling
that show.
time.
Yeah, again, traveling time. Tuna is also really exciting because it's like a political thriller. It's like heist. It's funny, but at the same time, um, it's a comment on society. And Pushpendranath Mishra ji has written and directed that. Um, he is just fantastic. He's so learned and he's so proper in whatever he does. Um, yeah, and then there is another show called Rocket Boys, which I will be shooting for in the coming week. So yeah, there are a lot of things which are lined up, and there's another film called Afate Ishq, which is gonna happen. We've finished that film for Z5, and I think again it delayed itself because I think because of the second wave. I think sooner or later, I think it's going to release on Z5. It has me, Neha Sharma, Deepak Dobriyal, and all lovely people in it. It's a film about it's a film about magic. Let me just sort of just say that, yeah.
Awesome. I'm very excited for all of your projects. With that, I would like to wish you good luck for them. And let's connect soon for when these projects, of course, release. And thank you for connecting. It was amazing talking to you.
Thank you, Hitesh.